Yeah, good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being, sustainable development 2022, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 75 years of independence, and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030 as part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute, Center for Art, Sciences and Wellbeing. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः.
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue to today's sessions. So, today is also, we are having various commemorations like today is Lung Health Day, National Pumpkin Day, Accession Day, Austrian National Day, and National Day of the Deployed, National Financial Crime Fighter Day, and National Mule Day, and National Tennis Day, and National Transgender Children Day, and National Vivace Microneedling Day, and Worldwide Howl at the Moon Night, and so on. There are many days apart from that. We'll just look into a few of them. So let's start with the Lung Health Day. So Lung Health Day on the 4th Wednesday in October, that is October 26th this year, is celebrated in a healthy lung month. As easy as breathing is a phrase that exemplifies an effortless way in which humans and all other species on planet Earth take in one breath after other. Yet each year, millions of people succumb to some form of lung disease, from asthma to pneumonia, many of which could easily have been prevented if some care had been taken. Due to high levels of air pollution, the levels of toxins going into the body through their airways leads our cells to react unnaturally. This can often lead to chronic lung diseases and cancerous growths. Such things could be possibly prevented. Avoiding use of tobacco products, regular exercise, a healthy diet full of antioxidants, and an awareness of your own lung health for early detection of problems. When we look at the history of Lung Health Day, October is official National Healthy Lung Month, with Lung Health Day being celebrated on fourth Wednesday of the month. It was created by American Association for Respiratory Care, AARC, in 2003. The main aim of the day is to raise awareness about the growing number of chronic lung diseases. Each year, more than 10 million people are diagnosed with chronic bronchitis in America alone. This is not even counting the 5 and 25 million diagnosed with emphysema and asthma, respectively, at some point in their lives. Moreover, all cancers diagnosed in America, about 13% of the cases are just of lung cancer, which is also a leading cancer killer. The World Health Organization and other similar agencies have warned of rising rates of chronic lung illness. They have cited causes like cigarettes, vaping, air pollution, and a general unhealthy lifestyle for the diseases. Once an unnatural chemical compound like carbon monoxide enters your airways, either through vapor or smoke, it will impact the lung cells as well as the blood running through the concerned organs. This can cause inflammation and wear and tear inside our bodies. Body cells, particularly the lungs subjected to toxins over long periods of time, would go through unnatural changes, which could lead to cancer or other diseases. Regular checkups coupled with a healthy lifestyle involving exercise and an antioxidant-rich diet can help keep our lungs healthy. Avoiding fragrant-rich cleaning agents and keeping plants in your home can also help purify the air you and your family are breathing. Purifying the air in living and workspaces and breathing in air in natural open spaces are also good ways of protecting the lungs. In 1929, polio patient saved with iron lung. Peter Bent Brigham Hospital, located in Boston, records the first ever polio patient who is saved using the drinker respirator or iron lung. In 1943, early inhalation therapy program was started. Edwin R. Levin, the MD at the Michael Reese Hospital in Chicago, develops a primitive inhalation therapy program for post-surgical patients and trains students to use it. In 1982, Reagan proclaims Respiratory Therapy Week. President Ronald Reagan proclaims Respiratory Therapy Week from November 7th to 13th, 1982, and the media focus on this important issue. In 2003, first Lung Health Day was celebrated. ARC creates the first Lung Health Day to promote respiratory health and care. So this Healthy Lung Month or National Healthy Lung Month is celebrated as mentioned in October every year. Respiratory organizations come together to raise awareness about lung health by focusing on their topics related to air pollution, smoking, and chronic lung diseases, illness. Definitely, we all can do so for improving the health of our lungs by reducing your exposure to the things that cause damage to your lungs. This could be smoking, vaping, and air pollution. You can also start exercising and eating healthy. And how do we strengthen our lungs? Through deep breathing, cardio exercise, deep breathing, standing with a good posture, staying hydrated, and laughing all strengthen the lungs and create an increased lung capacity. So, how do we observe or promote the cause? Rally against smoking. Consuming tobacco will, in many cases, leads to lung cancer and other respiratory diseases. In fact, all the smokers should be heavily penalized for smoking in public places. They are not only killing themselves, but through passive smoking, they are indirectly killing others. So it should be a crime, even. But unfortunately, the society has, made it a norm. Like, if you are not a drinking, smoking, you are not even treated properly. You're not considered in. You are not in peer groups, and you are isolated. So such kind of social evils we call, that's why we say, social evils have taken a different form in the present modern society. Earlier it was something different. Now the social evils are drinking, smoking, and these premarital and post-marital, and also, lot other kind of illegal, or what we call unethical sexual practices, and especially, premarital sex and extramarital affairs, and this rating, dating, mating, whatnot, and these especially, same-sex marriages, all are, they are against the, universal, principles, where, a man and woman come together for procreation, for their progeny, to carry on their, family. But unfortunately, many things that should not happen are happening. That creates a lot of, unrest, and a lot of new kind of issues and challenges for the country. Today, we see a huge amount of issues and challenges are coming up in and around all countries. Now, the society is changing, and that change, is it really for good? Only God knows. Because the change which the present generations are moving, earlier there used to be a very good relationship within the family. But now, even, of course, we can see the both perspectives. Earlier, when these parenting also, because we had good number of children, and every child is being properly raised, taken care of, with all the responsibilities. But nowadays, because of this single child, or hardly two children in a household, there is no much, lot of pampering goes on. And especially when there is a single child, everything is at her feet or at his feet, and you demand it and you get it. And there is a lot of stress, especially society expectation, family expectation, and there's a lot of things are changing now. So, and of course, people are also now going for this IVF, and when their children is aborted, their marriage is also, now they are conceiving. That's a different issue altogether. But that's also for a good thing, and where, people who did not have male child, or who did not have female child, or now, in spite of their children also getting married, also they are going for IVF and various other, things, and getting children, even when they are at uh, quite good age also. So, I mean, in their senior age also. So there are different things that are happening. One side, yes, it's good, positive, productive, and other side, there are some things that those are happening which are detrimental to the family system, or to the traditional systems, and the parenting is also changing. Earlier, from childhood, we used to teach children how to address, parents or elders in the society. Like we always were teaching our children to always talk in a plural sense. That is, with always respect, and we were addressing children also, as we are talking to elders. That means we are teaching them since childhood. But now what? Even sons and daughters are also calling mother as mom and dad. And in fact, children are being called as mom and dad by parents. And, entire things are changing now. Now children started, earlier it was like a different thing, where children were taught how to behave, how to, mingle, how to interact, how to communicate with parents and elders. But now kicking and all shouting, and using bad words, everything has become common. Now, how do you expect that same child, when he goes out in the society, will he or she will have a different behavior than others in the family? Now that is why this parenting also plays a very important role, because if the home environment itself is not so conducive to be so respectful or valued based, how do you expect the child to go and behave? And when child is getting whatever he wants, she wants on demand, then the same expectation will have. Today, why we are seeing so many of impulsive behaviors, especially in a lot of crimes or petty crimes, or it may be heinous crimes or serious crimes. Even, especially nowadays, we are seeing earlier, okay, now acid attacks have come down a little bit. But, rape culture, or, these rapes are happening because if you like someone, you love someone, you want it at that moment. Like you want you saw something, chocolate or biscuit or something, or bike or car, and you want to right now buy it and own it. In similar way, you are treating human beings also, irrespective of what other person thinks. If you want to, have them, you want to have them at any cost, even at the cost of, their privacy or their dignity, their respect, or their freedom or their rights also. All are violated. And if they do not agree, then you are engaging into violence, you are engaging into aggression. And so a lot of this is all happening due to lack of proper parenting, where there is no pacification, there is no um, patience to wait till you get it. So everything goes on in impulsivity, and where in this impulse, you are very desperate to own them. And when you are very desperate to own them, and you want it at any cost, in whatever means, it doesn't matter. You have to own means you have to own at any cost, in any way. So the ways doesn't matter, means doesn't matter. Even by hook or crook, you have to get it done. So in this impulsivity, what is happening? People are adopting wrong methods, unethical methods, immoral methods to gain access, to gain ownership, to gain power. These all are affecting. And unfortunately, these are becoming social norms. And many such norms are, it may doesn't look so serious, but these are very small things, but are contributing in a big way. Similarly, we see alcohol, which has no single benefit, but everyone drinks. Even now, women are also competing equally with men. I have seen some instances where women has even dominated. Unfortunately, I am also victim of that, where I was, I was in the morning going for a walk, and the two women came. I mean, just I was walking, and the opposite side, I don't know. They were asking where is the wine shop. I didn't expect, a woman asking, huh? And I think they are partially under booze. Might be still in hangover, but they even don't know. They were addressing me as Swami. Where is the wine shop nearby? Huh? That was never forgettable experience for me. That too early morning, and not even at 6. Not even 6, 5:30, 5:45 time, early morning. So this is kind of society. It's very unfortunate, to see our women who are very much respected, treated equal to God, and as mothers, and very looked upon at a very high, respectful manner. And in public, if see someone asking or someone drinking in public on roads, how it's very painful to even to digest for that matter. So these all things are happening, but we cannot do anything. Might be we can do, but still we are not able to do something. So these all are very important aspects, especially. So similarly, the smoking also has become, a passion, but at what cost? Who are you to take others' life? When we know that smoking is not good for health, and you are smoking in public, you are smoking on the roads, you are smoking on the bus stops, you are smoking in the railway stations, bus stations, then definitely, of course, there is a penalty, but who really fines them? And what is the fine? Hardly. If I am not wrong, some 50, 100 rupees, not more than that, or 25 rupees, maybe. I hardly now see any boards, any signs with smoking penalties nowadays. Only especially in where hazardous zone or in some zones where any kind of fire is prohibited. So these all changes, these are the social evils today, which we have to address. Long back, those all social evils have gone now. They are no more significant, only significant because, some people with vested interest, they want to continue, they want to get benefit of it. So they might be promoting them. Maybe that for that reason it is still relevant. Otherwise, as changing times, as we have changed from older technology to new technology, people also change, and a lot of social evils crept into this, like our own traditions, cultures and traditions. Lot of evil practices and social evils crept into the traditions and customs and traditions. Similarly, lot of practices like this drinking, smoking, and drugs and all this drug culture, rape culture, dating culture, or living together culture, or LGBTQ, same-sex marriages, all have crept into the society, and don't know what are its good causes, known best to them, but what kind of contribution they are really making. I'm not criticizing anyone, any community as such, but what kind of impact it is going to create in a long term. Now, are we promoting everyone to be the same? Maybe tomorrow, because we have seen by promoting in such a way, smoking was earlier restricted and drinking was earlier also very few restricted and very limited to some families where, they were not sitting together, drinking together. And even it was very limited to few cultures or traditions. But now, Everyone family, like they have meals together, father, mother, even children also sitting together, drinking together, smoking together. And really that, you know, taxes on the health, a lot of benefits, even such, cancers have grown so much. So consuming tobacco in many cases leads to lung cancer and other respiratory diseases, and not only through active smoking, but also through passive smoking. Others around you are also being influenced and, are risk for cancers. There is also second-hand smoking, that is passive smoking, which has proven to be more dangerous. See, it's more dangerous than you. You stupid fool, you are drinking, you are smoking, and poor other people around you with no, they are not doing anything, but still they are getting cancers because of you. So this is a height of stupidity. Now people, lack common sense. That's why we many times see, without any benefit, when someone is smoking, for them anyway. But what about this passive or second-hand smoking, which is more dangerous than smoking itself? If you are a smoker, find an accountability partner to help you quit in October. And if a non-smoker, you can advocate lung health all month and especially on October 27th. Say yes to natural fragrances, fragrance-rich, cleaning agents, or these doob sticks, uh, or especially fragrance-rich candles. Especially these all toxic or chemical fragrances are dangerous to our lungs. Use only natural fragrances. The chemicals from their vapors can wreak havoc on our health. Choose products that are fragrant free or use natural fragrances. Better yet, have air cleaning plants in your home, air purifiers for better quality. And, nowadays, more than outdoor pollution, indoor air pollution is causing a lot of issues and challenges because, holding unnecessary things and not properly cleaning everything in the house. We just do, superficial cleaning, that surface cleaning, not deep cleaning is not always done unless and until we pay interest and, we have very less kind of articles in our homes. Otherwise, unless until we have these vacuum cleaners or we do complete dusting of our home, there is always dust, remains in the old unused stocked furniture or articles or utensils where they are not used or cleaned properly. Dust and bad odor, insects and dust mites, especially, allergens, all take their shelter and starts breeding, and that can cause a lot of health issues, challenges. So better have air cleaning plants which are natural or other air purifiers in your home for better air quality. If required, you can have your air quality tested inside and outside. If required, you can have, and opt for good exercise and diet. It's very important nowadays. Exercising on a regular can help your lungs healthier. You will be taking in more oxygen and will increase your oxygen absorption capacity. Pair this with an antioxidant rich diet, and you will be taking in more oxygen, will increase your oxygen absorbing capacity. Pair it with an antioxidant rich diet, and you are good to go. Of course, before you do anything of that, consult with your physician to see which regimen would be best suited for you. And the lungs are of different in size, with the left lung being smaller and the right order to make more space for your heart. So because of the way they are designed and the function they are involved in, the lungs are the only organs in your body that are able to float on water. And your lungs are working hard to keep you alive. You know, every moment you start breathing in, breathing out. Without that, imagine you will run out breath and you'll soon collapse, especially people with asthma, bronchitis, and other respiratory diseases. They know how painful it is, how dreadful it is, how breathtaking it is. No? Suddenly, if breath gets obstructed, you just get tensed and you keep sweating, and in no time you'll collapse to meet your death. So it is very important to take care of your lung health, and lungs are working hard to keep you alive. Respect them, have gratitude towards them. And this is why, they go through at least 13 pints of air every minute. And if you were to unfold all the 600 million interconnected tubes in your lungs, you would easily be able to cover the area of an average tennis court. 600 million interconnected tubes in your lungs. Can you imagine how complex it is? And most of the waste from your body is released by the act of simply breathing. That's a great thing you are doing by breathing. And it's a celebration of lung health. And lung health is of extreme importance, both in short and long run. Without our lungs functioning properly, we wouldn't be able to lead our best lives. Lung Health Day encourages you to visit your doctor. If you are experiencing difficulty in breathing, suffer from chronic coughs or other similar symptoms for more than a week, then an early checkup will not only put your mind at ease, but it will also help catch any issues earlier on. And it's a celebration of air. The human body can live without food and water for a period of time, but it cannot survive for more than a few minutes. And without air, good and clean air is a basic right of all living creatures. Advocate against air pollution by saying no to all harmful things that will pollute your air indoors and outdoors. It's a celebration of great life. As they say, prevention is better than cure. Make healthier choices by saying no to smoking, fragrant rich agents like fragrant rich candles. These fragrance candles. Also opt for the plants, exercise, and a good diet for a great life ahead. So with this, we conclude, and October 23rd to 29th, we already commemorated Respiratory Care Week, and this entire October is also celebrated as Healthy Lung Month. So this is an opportunity for everyone to quit smoking and stop, prevent smoking. Today is also National Day of the Deployed, and especially in US. Thank you to all the military serving outside of US and to their families who keep things running at home. Their abs. It is hard to imagine a more challenging military assignment than one taking your own servicemen and women to all countries over the world, far away from home, unless you know someone currently serving outside the US. The sacrifices they make throughout deployment are difficult to be comprehended. And today is also National Financial Crime Fighter Day. So National Financial Crime Fighter Day in US especially is a day celebrated on 26th every year October. The objective of the day is to celebrate anti-money laundering and anti-money laundering professionals and their good work they does to the financial institutions of the United States. The first ever National Financial Crime Fighter Day was held in 2017. It was organized by Abrigo, a risk management and growth driven technological platform used by financial institutions in America to honor AML professionals and acknowledge the extremely important work that they do. As per Bob Kim, Vice President of the Client and Partner Solutions at Abrigo, we are proud to continue to push for more awareness and recognition of these unsung superheroes. In the same vein, the Bank Secretary Act, BSA, was also passed to control financial crimes. A rise in the drug trade in 1960s and 1970s led to a large flux of illegal money supply into the US financial system. In retaliation to the inflow, the US Congress passed the Bank Secrecy Act in 1970 to curtail money laundering and financial crimes. This resolve was further strengthened after the terrorist attacks. On September 11, 2001, the resulting USA Patriot Act 2001, signed on October 26, 2001, cemented the importance of BSA AML professionals in the US financial system. So these BSA AML professionals have been working for more than half a century now to prevent money laundering and other financial crimes in the country. As per Bob Kim, Vice President of Client and Partnership Solutions, BSA and AML professionals work tirelessly to protect our financial system from money laundering, fraud, and other financial crimes. He holds that the work that these professionals put into their craft often goes unrecognized outside of the industry. He added, we are happy to help shine the national light on their unrelenting dedication and their occupation with National Firefighter Day. This reverence of BSA AML professionals is displayed especially on National Financial Crime Fighter Day every year on the anniversary of the USA Patriot Act is signed. So an AML investigator monitors and investigates suspicious financial activity. Good AML analysts are thorough, organized, and able to multitask. And the ACAMS, Association of Certified Anti-Money Laundering Specialist exam, is reasonably easy if you are properly prepared. And the Bank Secrecy Act is the first document to underline the importance of AML professionals. And the point of National Crime Fighter Day is to celebrate BSA AML professionals. And now that we know BSA AML professionals are who and why they are important, talk about them and let's do right by these professionals and shine on light them on hard work they do. And a quick look at the financial of US. The US currency is US dollar with the 5,033 banks in United States, having more than 2.07 employees in banks, and on average, an American had US dollars 65,900 in their savings in 2020, and the average American has more debt than savings. And today is a perfect day to appreciate AML or BSc professionals. Today is also National Mule Day, and this is day exactly what it says on the tin. National Mule Day is a day meant to celebrate mules. Originated in Colombia, Tennessee, and self-determined mule capital of the world, Mule Day can be dated back to 1840, originally referred as Breeders' Day. Since the celebrations have spread Colombia, Tennessee to global locations, the modern Mule Day began to shape into what we today know. Back in 1930s, when a parade and other celebrity events were added to the agenda. The mule happens to be the most common and earliest man-made hybrid animal. The mule, instead of being an original wild animal that was domesticated by the humans, was invented by humans. It is offspring of a male donkey and a female horse. So donkeys and horses, it is important to note there are two entirely different species with different number of chromosomes. Its invention likely took place in ancient ages. In modern day Turkey, mules were fairly common in surrounding regions. They were frequently used in Egypt by 3000 BC to carry cargo. Egyptian common people also rode on mules as a form of transport. The mule probably arrived in Asia Minor in 800 BC. In ancient Rome, mules were used for transport of both humans and cargo. Their strength and endurance were very well known by everyone, so much so that when General Morris trained his soldiers to carry an enormous loads of ammunition, they were called Maris mules. Christopher Columbus brought mules to the Americas, where he set out to discover an alternate route to India and landed up in the Americas to colonize them. Interestingly, George Washington, the first American president, was called the father of American mule because he produced over 50 mules at his home. And Washington considered the mule important because they were docile and easy to maintain. And Colombia, Tennessee is the capital of the world where we find large number of mules. And mules have an odd number of chromosomes, so making them unable to produce. So mules can't have babies, and mules tend to be stronger than horses. And mules are fascinating creatures. And if you've never seen a mule before, visit a zoo to see one of the National Mule Day. Not only you will get to see one, but you will also see how they interact with their habitats and talk about it. And some interesting facts about mules, as already mentioned, mules are 99.9% sterile. They cannot give birth. Life expectancy of a mule on an average is 50 years. Mules have harder hooves than horses, and mules can kick sideways. So make sure when you are reaching mule and be careful. And mini mules are smaller mules that can weigh under 50. It's an opportunity to learn about mules, as mules are fascinating creatures with an interesting history. And this day is a perfect opportunity to learn more about them and have been integral functioning of the humans civilization for millennia now. It points out various roles they have played to help humans. And mules were first ever seen animal hybrids created by humans. So National Mule Day celebrates them. And today is also National Transgender Children's Day in US to honor and acknowledge all transgender children who have been long been hiding in the closet and cannot, for whatever reason, come out. Is a day to open your arms and welcome these children and let them feel included in the family and community. Transgender children are less likely to announce their gender status as compared to transgender adults. This is because their survival is mainly dependent on their parents' reactions to their declaration. Hence, parents should strive to be more understanding to them from this day onward. And it was National Transgender Child Day was established by Jill Rubin Allen in 2019. It was such for their day to show how supportive and accepting parents are to their queer children. And that National Transgender Children Day would be a conclusive answer. A mother's desire for transgender children's inclusion in society sparked this society. Owl is the parent of a transgender child. She discovered that not all children in the world identify as sons and daughters, and that many more do not conform to gender binary or are trans. After noticing a dedicated day to celebrating sons and other for daughters, so she decided to create a day to honor transgender children, and Transgender Children Day was born. Owl's drive to create a day for the trans children was so strong that even when she was told it would cost $1,000 to do so, she immediately started a GoFundMe campaign, and unfortunately for her, people responded. The whole National Transgender Children Day is simply so this is a simple a day to honor our gender expansive children for all ages so that they too are included. She also revealed that the day's date, October 26, was chosen because it was a trans kid birthday. Today is Viva's micro needing day, and today is also worldwide howl at the moon night. And although it sounds as if it is focused on Halloween, worldwide howl at the moon's night is not just about having your full of unnerving goose flesh. It is associated with animal welfare, specifically that of the wolf, the non-domesticated defender of the wild. Creates awareness about groups that work with wolf conservation, but it is also about groups of people howling at the moon, with even cities in the US creating fun events where people belt it out to the full moon. Today is also National Pumpkin Day. Pumpkins are so much more than just a fun. Not only they are one of the best known sources of beta carotene, an antioxidant converted to vitamin A in the body, but pumpkins are loaded with fiber, potassium, and vitamin C. So try some pumpkin today. Pumpkin pie or no pumpkin pie. If we aren't for Halloween, we wouldn't think twice about pumpkin. Halloween's the best thing that ever happened to these big giant god squashes fruits, besides quite possibly the smashing pumpkins. Pumpkins are the member of God family. Gods, which includes cucumbers, honeydew melons, cantaloupe, watermelons, and zucchini. Most people don't realize that they are fruits, not vegetables. These plants are native to Central Africa and Mexico, but now grow on 6 continents. Their history in North America goes back to 5,000 years. So we use pumpkins for food and reaction, especially during Halloween and Thanksgiving. Farmers generally plant pumpkins in early July, and the fruit requires soil that holds water well. Crops suffer if there are either a lack of water or unusually chilly temperament or temperatures. Still, pumpkins are rather durable and can regrow damaged vines if necessary. Every pumpkin skins are more a popular snack. Grocery stores often sell them both hulled and semi. They are good source of protein, magnesium, copper, and zinc. So with this, we shall conclude today's commemorations. And thank you everyone for joining us. Kindly fill up the feedback form being shared in chat box. Yeah.